Happy campers, welcome back to Geekin Out on Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's Chris.
Hi,
Still Chris after all these years, but it's been a kind of a wild week here in pop culture, especially for geek-centric stuff.
Yes, lots.
Talk to me. You had two things. Let's get those out of the way real quick. What were the two things that you had noticed? One relating to Stranger Things.
Well, apparently Stranger Things Season 3, which came out July 4th on Netflix, is the highest watched show on Netflix, which actually 40.7 million views.
Is that Nielsen coming up with that, or is that Netflix?
I don't
That
know.
sounds like the Nielsen number right off the top of my head. Nielsen is on the outside looking in, trying to gauge the traffic based on they're having to go look in other ways because Netflix will never admit their numbers.
Well, I got to admit though, I guess you can say there was a little bit of a cheat because I watched Season 3 twice. It was so darn good. I loved it. I love Stranger Things. It's the reason why I got Netflix. Is because, well, I've always been a fan of Netflix. When you got movies and stuff through the mail, and then when they started the streaming service, I was like, eh. But Stranger Things was one of those things that just like really stuck with me. And this season was awesome. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's all over YouTube. It's everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. But the never-ending story scene is just well done. Loved it. You just trust me. If you look on anything, you'll see it. It's there.
I have not seen Season 2 of Stranger Things. I had to force myself to watch Season 1.
What?
Okay? I'm not the target demographic. I don't give a rat's patoot about Stranger Things. Apparently, somewhere between 48 and, 37 now? It's going to be 37?
Next week, yes.
37. Oh man. Somewhere between 48 and 37 is the definitive cutoff line for Stranger Things.
No.
No, I guess I've been through too much 80s nostalgia to really get into it. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, I mean, you can never do anything different because it's always going to end up the same. I mean, you got movies like Super 8, same premise, bunch of kids, Alien.
Yawned through that one too, yeah. Yawned at that one too.
Kids, something supernatural. I mean, goes all the way back to Goonies and all. I mean,
didn't watch that one either.
You have to have a group of kids, something supernatural to happen. It's the same formula, but it also works because it's fun. It is.
So, that must be why I don't like it. It's fun. Children having fun, I'm against it. Okay.
Well.
Now, you had another point that you had brought up.
Which one?
Well, it's not the Stranger Things. You had two, so it hadn't been the other one. What was the other one? Halle Bailey, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Why do I keep thinking Halle Berry?
I know,
She's
right? That's what I keep saying.
She's a little too old for the... Halle, please forgive me. You're a little too old for this. The Little Mermaid. Now, you know Disney is determined to destroy our childhoods by remaking every single animated movie they ever made in a live action just to prove we can have all the cash. Now, everybody's upset about... No, I take that back. Not everybody is upset. There's like 5 people who are actually upset that Ariel in the new Little Mermaid movie, spoiler alert here, is going to be black. She's going to be played by a black actress in the new live action production. Me, I'm not upset about that. I'm upset because Terry Crews is not going to be Sebastian the Crab. That's what upsets me. Come on, he's right there. This is low-hanging fruit. Why is Terry Crews not Sebastian the Crab? Hey, let's just straight up do this right, okay? If we're gonna get Halle Bailey to be Ariel, we get Terry Crews to be Sebastian. We can get Jamie Foxx to be the little psychotic seagull that hangs around with them.
You know what would flip people's wigs on this movie? is if I can't remember the prince's name. If he was white, people will go like, "What?"
Whoever pays attention to the prince in these movies?
I know, right? What the hell?
Oh,
They should actually do a movie. That's an idea, Disney. Do a movie about the princes. Prince. Yeah, all the
Hey,
prince.
the GQBLTs would go for that. Okay, like I said, until I see Terry Crews as the crab and Tina Turner as the bad octopus chick in the movie,
Well, now,
then come talk to me about the live
now
action.
the thing about this though is that there's actually, I don't know who came up with this crap, but it's actually out there. But this is one of the things they said. It's not because it has nothing to do with race. It's because, and somebody had this idea, but apparently mermaids can't be black. Why? Because they don't get enough sun. This is actually a real thing. Seriously, I read about it. It's somebody. This is I don't know. And that there has never been any African American mermaids ever. Hold it right there. Look it up. There actually is. I think it was, I don't know if it was in those stupid sequels or the TV series or what, but her best friend was mute and black.
Because chicks should be seen and not heard. Okay,
That's
now on behalf of the thinking majority, okay, to you and the rest of the people who are concerned about this issue, and we'll just call you
not concerned.
We'll just call you the dumb masses from now on. Okay, you're the dumb masses. Just remember that. Okay, not necessarily you because you don't really give a rat's butt anyway. You know mermaids aren't real, right? You know mermaids are fictional characters, right? You know they're mythological creatures, right? They don't actually exist, right? You know this, right? So if you're telling me there can be no black...
Well, you know,
Spidey said it best when he said... Okay.
even though he ended up being black too.
Now, as for... Still red as far as I can tell. Anyway, although when at the end of that movie he was in a black costume.
Yes, he was. But remember, Miles Morales.
Yeah, he's Hispanic actually. Half Hispanic, half black.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh!
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
That means he's 200%.
Oh my
hated.
goodness.
Okay. So he gets it coming and going.
One of the
Now speaking of GQBLTs, okay. Speaking of the GQBLTs, don't mean to interrupt your point. But you know what? Go ahead and make your point. I'll hold on to mine for just a second longer. Go right ahead. What was the point you were going to make?
Well, it's funny that people they're complaining because it's messing up their childhood memories. It's like, oh my goodness, but they changed everything. Now, personally, I still think that Ariana Grande should actually be Ariel. I thought if they ever did a Little Mermaid live action movie, she would have been perfect because the voice, the look, I mean, come on. It's pretty much right on the nose. But anyway, I'm okay with this. But it's funny how people are talking about messing with the childhood, but yet everybody was on board when they messed with the Ninja Turtles live action movie, the Ghostbusters remake, or reboot, or whatever the heck that was supposed to be.
They're working on a third one, by the way. This one
I'm actually okay with because I might actually
and a fourth, Back to the Future. This is from Christopher Lloyd, who wants it to be about climate change. See, the funny thing about Christopher Lloyd is I can't tell whether he's serious or not. I doubt he's serious. He can't be. He's trolling. I mean, the biggest troll in America right now is Donald Trump. That man can troll anybody, anywhere, at any time. He just like an M16. He will trigger you, just like I triggered a bunch of you gun control guys now by mentioning the M16. But anyway.
But anyway, what's your...
Okay, the GQBLT issue of the week. That's a registered trademark, by the way, apparently. Terminator the new Terminator movie. Okay? I
Fate
don't want to
something.
get dark fate. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here. But the director, what was his name? Jonah Hill? Die on that hill? Something Hill. Whatever his name is. The director says that if you do not, essentially he's saying the only people who would have a problem with the main character in this film are misogynists. Now, by this point, hopefully I've thrown up a picture of what the lead on this one is going to be. Now, you know Schwarzenegger is going to be in it. You know Linda Hamilton is going to be in it. Okay? And James Cameron is there basically as an artificial flavoring. He's there for a cup of coffee, it's gone. Okay? He had nothing to do with the production of this film. He's just there to sprinkle his holy seed all over it and move on with his life. Okay? Essentially, if you're not down with this chick, then you are a misogynist. Now, I want you to take a good close look. If you did not know this was a chick, would you know it was a chick? Because androgynous, yes, extremely androgynous, especially in the wife beater outfits. But getting back to reality here, are you interested at all? And this is what, Terminator 6?
Yeah,
How many
they
times
should've
has this
just
been rebooted
You
now?
know,
Terminator
it's-
3 was a reboot. Terminator 4 was a reboot. Terminator 5 is a reboot. What is this? Terminator 6? This is supposed to pick up after 1 and 2. This is supposed to be the quote, quote, official sequel to Terminator 2.
You know, they should really start making some type of law because this is really stupid. Because the thing is that apparently with this movie, this is supposed to take place after the second film. And all the others don't actually exist. Now, they did this with Halloween. They did this with so many movies where the original director or the original writers come back and decided, hey, all those other really horrible movies don't exist. This is what is supposed to actually have happened, whatever. Look, here's an idea. If you are a writer or director and you come up with an original idea back then, and this was your baby, this thing flew off the papers, it was big, huge, whatever. All right. Mark that as your territory. Don't let nobody else touch it. If you want to do another sequel or a trilogy of this idea that you have, keep it, lock it up, and you can do whatever you want to with it. Don't let nobody else touch it. Otherwise, you will have a bunch of movies that nobody really cares about because they were horrible, but for some reason they keep making them. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, the original creators are coming back to redo this, so none of these actually exist. It's getting ridiculous. Stop it. You should have stopped a long time ago.
I'm going to say this to that. Okay, James Cameron, after this one, Terminator 6, after this one, the studio loses the rights to the Terminator franchise. It reverts back to James Cameron.
Then they shouldn't be fussing about it.
What is James Cameron going to do? James Cameron now has control of his intellectual property back. He has ownership back of the Terminator franchise. What is he going to do with it? Where does he go from here? Where does he take it to great heights? Where can we get the landmark films that were Terminator and Terminator 2? The man, the plan, he leases it right back to the studio that's been making all this crap for the last 15 years. 20 years. Actually, no, take it back. From 1992 to now, quarter of a century. He sold it right back to him. Way to go.
You know,
way to go, Jim.
If he really wanted to do something, why doesn't he like make a sequel to True Lies? That was an awesome movie.
Actually, though, as upset, bringing up Halloween for that matter. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Oh no.
Oh no. Who is the director on Halloween?
James Carpenter or
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Sorry.
He also did what was it? The Thing.
Oh, I don't want to talk about the thing.
Okay. He just announced this past week. DC announced John Carpenter is going to help write a Joker graphic novel. So the guy who came up with Michael Myers is going to do his turn on the Joker.
That sounds very interesting.
It comes out this
actually.
fall, apparently. So, Just to give you hope that not everything is lost here.
Oh, well, also on the Joker thing, just a little side thing. The director of the new Joker movie, the origin story of the Joker, he said that it's actually going to make people mad.
Joker fans, yeah. Now we actually we had an argument in the comic shop. Not really an argument. We had a discussion. Me, him, and Scott at Scott's Comic Relief, who is our leading unsponsor here for the podcast. We actually had this discussion. I do not want to see the Joker by himself in things. Nor do I want to see the Joker and Harley Quinn. If I want to see an abusive relationship, I'll watch any of these other GQBLT movies that are out there for the woke. Okay, that's abuse as it is. I don't want to see the Joker by himself because for me, being at 48, I'm starting to get the AARP mailers. Okay, I don't find the Joker interesting enough to carry a story by himself. I don't. There is a novelty factor to it, but you have really, really got to be a spectacular storyteller to make the Joker interesting. Because the closest thing I have seen to character development as far as the Joker is concerned, there's two of them. One is his relationship with Harley Quinn. He stopped being a one-trick pony and became an abusive boyfriend. Okay, that's great character development there. The other one, the only good thing that came out of Final Crisis from DC Comics, the concept of, count them, 1, 2, 3 Jokers in one. There's not one Joker, there's 3 of them. There's an intellectual one who sits there and plots and schemes and drives the Dark Knight nuts. There's the one who's completely flipping insane and comes up with Joker fish. And then there's the serial killer one who really, really likes taking his time and making people suffer. He's the one who tends to shoot redheads in their bathrobes while their daddy's watching. So that is the closest there's been. I have no desire to see it. There is a new Joker series out. Was it a graphic novel?
Yes.
A graphic novel. This one has tried it. Was that under the DC Black Label thing or not?
Oh, I don't
think it was. I actually have.
It was good. It was different, but it was good because the character was pretty much twisted and fun, and I don't know.
So you were obviously highly impressed with it.
I was pretty impressed. Yeah, especially with the artwork, which if I knew we were going to be talking about this, I would have remembered his name. Sorry.
That's what the interwebs are for, to look that stuff up. But so the Joker is not. I'm not looking forward to the Joker movie. It's not on my to-do list.
I will go watch it.
I have actually changed my mind. Now I have. Yeah, go ahead. Sound the klaxon alarms. The horns, whatever you need to do. I have said that I have no desire to see any of the Disney live-action remakes. I am going to see The Lion King. I am going to go see The Lion King remake.
I will go see that.
Because I am a human being, and like all human beings, I will stand there and gawk at a car wreck for as long as I can. The reports coming out this week, right now, as of the time we're recording this, the Lion King remake is sitting at 57% critical rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That is a green splat right there. That's a failing grade. So essentially 43% of the critics who have viewed it so far out of roughly 80 have liked it. 57% have not. Of course, no public reactions yet because the film has not gotten public release. Last time they did that, it made headlines because
it's usually
they tried to trash Captain Marvel. Yeah, but this is sounding like a train wreck, mainly because the CGI looks great. It could probably pass as a nature documentary. Problem is, the animators who did the CGI don't know how to actually animate properly. these characters are apparently along lines of sock puppet. From what I'm hearing and seeing so far, I have not seen
That
the
could
footage
change our
yet.
mind though after we watch
It could change my mind, but we'll see because it comes out this next coming weekend, right?
July 19th.
Comes out July
After my
19th.
birthday.
We will record our next one this next Sunday, July 21st, 2019, by the way, is when we're doing this. You may be seeing this 3 or 4 years from now. if YouTube hasn't just erased it so that way they could back up their new Ariel Black font. But yeah, I'm actually going to go see The Lion King just to see if it's the train wreck I think it is going to be. Your reaction?
Look, I said it a long time ago. It is stupid to do a live action movie about animals that talk. I knew that if you're going to do this, then it would actually be a National Geographic type of thing. Not, you know, you can only do so much. Look, there's a difference in live action movie where you take a cartoon that has people in it and doing a live action. A movie where it's all animals.
Considering some of the animals are live action and the main ones are CGI. That's the big problem. You can train an animal, but an animal's not going to be able to act. An animal cannot emote for you. Most of them can't. Now you can sit there and you can impress upon it, and every once in a while you'll actually see an animal that's grown particularly close to a human express some form of emotion.
Yeah, I will go watch it because Jon Favreau is a pretty darn good director. And Jungle Book, good lord, the live action Jungle Book, so awesome, amazing movie. Actually better, yeah, I can actually say that that's actually better than the original Jungle Book. So I'm impressed with that. So I'm going to give hope with this one. I'll probably enjoy it, but
Okay. So, final say: would you go spend money to watch Terminator? Dark Cruises. Dark Fate.
it might be a few weeks, but it's not one of those things that I'll actually rush out to watch
unless
I'm bored.
So you'll see it at the discount theater then.
Probably
Me, not gonna watch it. The Lion King live action remake, full price.
I will definitely be there to watch it full price, just because I will. The Mulan live action movie looks amazing. I don't know what route they're going to go with that.
That should be Terry Crews as the dragon in that.
If they actually do that, I don't know if they're going to go with the serious route or the whole, add a little bit of spice for the kids to enjoy, or not. And why is everybody obsessed with Beyonce? So she does a voice for a character in The Lion King. I don't care. Why is everybody talking about, oh, Beyonce's in this? Beyonce. It's like, who gives a shit? Sorry. I know. Smack me. But seriously, who cares? It's Beyonce. She's just
Using the B word on here. You know which B word I'm talking about too, don't you?
Beyonce.
On behalf of all of us here, I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That was Chris. We're going to go ahead and sign off here for Geeking Out.
Oh, we should also thank to all of our new viewers that has subscribed to us. Thank you.
Oh, we actually have viewers.
32.
And Elizabeth, you're a trouble girl. So until next time around, we'll see you right here on Geeking Out. Peace.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, what is the deal with that Verschlugging thing anyway?
Oh, well. See, you put popcorn in this, but you can also drink out of it. So you can drink out of this while your popcorn's around this whole thing. It is great. Comes from our friends at 10 Frame Cinema. Well, it's awesome. So thank you guys.
Did they make you pay for that? That is extremely unsponsored right there. Make you pay for their own publicity.
Look, yeah, but look, I bought this because I'm supporting the theater.
You're forgetting something.
And, yeah, this was for the kiddios. Put your drink drinking here and all that stuff, and it's pretty cool.
And you managed to do what Norman Osborn has not been able to do. Rip the top of Spidey's head off. Although you can't reattach it. So, till next time, guys, God bless, God keep, God
Put the head of them backwards.
keep it real.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man,
Aye.
Spider-Man.